Rampage, baby. It's a show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. This is Rampage. This is Rampage. This is Rampage.
This is Rampage.
It's Friday night. You know what that means. Tonight's special Rampage Slam Dunk from Laredo, Texas, alongside Excalibur, the great Chris Jericho, the equally great Tony Schiavone. I'm Jim Ross. Thanks for being with us.
Laredo, Texas, the opening contest set for one fall with a 16-minute time limit is for the AEW World Trios Championship.
Why is his hair always so greasy?
That's Brill Cream.
Brill Cream.
Little dab of do ya, dudes.
Outdated reference there.
Introducing the challengers, A.R. Fox and Top Flight.
Well, we're not going to be playing 3-on-3, I don't think, in hoops.
And you see the shirts worn by Top Flight and A.R. Fox, also by Justin Roberts, and also by some of us at the announce desk. We are thrilled to be a part of NBA All-Star 2023, which kicks off tonight on TNT, immediately following Rampage. First is the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, followed by the 2023 Jordan Rising Star. Stay with the NBA All-Star 2023 action all weekend long, live from Salt Lake City, right here on TNT.
Nobody does the NBA like TNT. Nobody. Because there'll be peace, Chrissy, when you are gone.
There'll be peace when you are done, Jim Ross.
I didn't get a t-shirt because I'm too fat. Damn it.
And their opponents, they are the AEW World Trios Champions, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, the
All these guys in the ring are basketball fans, ironically enough, Excalibur.
They certainly are, and now being a part of NBA All-Star 2023, a huge weekend of action here on TNT means a lot to them, but also this match means a lot to all six men. A rematch from the AEW World Trios Championship match 10 days ago. The Elite narrowly defending the titles against Top Flight and A.R. Fox.
Kenny Omega with two belts on right there. Double champion, Los Campeón Doble.
That's right, Kenny Omega, of course, 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champion, but also the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling,
which he won in a classic from Will Ospreay. What a great match that was, and what a great match this is going to be here tonight on Rampage.
Yeah, the first match between these two teams just a week ago. A very astounding athletic display by all six men. And now running it back here tonight, all a part of Rampage Slam Dunk ahead of NBA All-Star 2023 right here on TNT all weekend long.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting that these guys, the champions didn't really want a title match, but A.R. Fox kind of goaded them into putting up the titles once again.
If you're going to wrestle, why not for the championship? Give the fans something.
Look at this. Don Callis is coming over here.
For God's sake.
One of my oldest friends in the business here. Don Callis, the Natural, we used to call him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've called him a lot of things, and Natural was not one of them.
Oh, it's good stuff. Speaking of the Natural, Dustin Rhodes will be going one-on-one with Swerve Strickland in our main event. Very intense rivalry coming to a head tonight, and these two men, Nick Jackson, Dante Martin, passing the rock back and forth.
Oh, they're passing the rock. You hear that, folks? You can do it all. They're passing the rock, Christian.
Look like my close personal friend Giannis out here right now.
I recently witnessed Nick Jackson drain 10 straight three-pointers.
Oh, look at that.
Now the tip-off, Nick Jackson taking advantage. Manhattan drop on Dante Martin, and Dante rolls through.
Tip-off, no pun intended on that one.
Sent back, drop kick by Dante, and Kenny.
There's another tip-off right there.
Pretty solid pass.
And still to come tonight on Rampage Slam Dunk, it is Absolute Ricky Starks versus Daniel Garcia, the Jericho Appreciation Society. The undefeated TBS champion Jade Cargill will be in action. And our main event, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes is looking for revenge against Swerve Strickland and Mogul affiliates. And up next, we'll hear from the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Austin and Colton Gunn as Fox. Oh, AR Fox! Wow! Yeah, Fox going over the top rope, taking out the Young Bucks. One for Kenny Omega as well. AR Fox, he's heating up. Fox back to the ring. Gets the pass from Darius Martin and over the top. He's on fire.
He just got a three-pointer. Because it's a basketball analogy. You get it, Don?
Kid's a tremendous athlete, Chris. I'll give him that.
Sure is.
I like you guys on such a first-name, lovable basis. Don, Chris.
Some of us have friends, Jim Ross.
Known him for 30 years, almost as long as I've known you, Jim.
Are you bragging or complaining?
And look at this, the Elite calling for a timeout, trying to collect themselves. The champions reeling a bit here. You see Brandon Cutler, Michael Nakazawa on the floor in the corner of the Elite.
Michael Nakazawa coaches the kickers.
I'm a real big fan of Michael Nakazawa and all the benefits he brings to the Elite.
Nakazawa actually played American football, ironically enough, but nonetheless, Kenny Omega tagging in, seeing his first legal action of the match.
They still got that ball in play.
It was Omega that rolled up. AR Fox won the match, but Top Flight AR Fox demanding a rematch. Kenny sent into the shoulder tackle, drops Fox down.
Is it as simple that these three men will hold these six-man tag titles for as long as they want? Because they're that damn good. And somebody's got to really step up to prove to me that they can walk away with it as the new champions.
Well, maybe Chris Jericho, Danny Garcia, and Sammy Guevara should throw our names in the hat here.
I don't know why not.
We could do it. I mean, look, talk about a great six-man squad. Look at these guys right here. Perfect timing.
Oh, behind the back.
Look at that. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters right here.
Fox went for the ball and the thrust kick, and Omega comes over the top with the dunk.
Look at this. Like Curly Neal.
Well, our opening contest for the AEW World Trios Championship continues for the next 90 seconds in picture-in-picture. Omega gaining the advantage on AR Fox, making Fox pay. And Don, I have to say, the Elite, I mean, for as tough as their win over Fox and Top Flight was a couple days ago, really taking the opposition lightly here tonight.
You know, that's part of our strategy, and that's part of my Pat Riley-esque method of coaching these guys up for this.
You're the biggest BSer I know. Classic.
Look at this.
Couple stomps.
Nice.
Delivered.
Oh, he caught the ball there. I love how this match is all about the basketball, baby.
Hey, coming up, TNT's going to be all about the
That's
basketball.
Right.
All
Giannis.
about the NBA.
How do you pronounce Giannis's last name, Excalibur?
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Name another active NBA player, Chris.
I don't have to because I know
Okay.
the top guy is a fan of mine. That's all that matters.
There you go.
LeBron
That's
James.
top guy
Okay, all
stuff.
right.
Yeah, I got you, LeBron.
Stephen Curry, perhaps?
A gutbuster there by Nick Jackson, setting up AR Fox. Neckbreaker, backbreaker combo by the Young Bucks. Fox has been isolated. Shoulders to the midsection, driven in by Nick Jackson. AEW World Trios Championship match continues here on TNT. The Elite taking the fight to AR Fox and Top Flight.
Jim Ross, in your long career, have you ever seen three wrestlers have the kind of symmetry that the Elite have here tonight?
I can't say as I have, Don, right off the top of my head.
Thank you, Jim Ross.
You know, these guys, and that's one of the things that give them the advantage. They're always on the same page, it would seem.
Well, they've got years of friendship and experience between the three of them.
And they trust each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they're great athletes with great cohesiveness as a team as well.
AR Fox brings Nick Jackson down the hard way, rolls through, lands the cutter. Fox doing a great job of maintaining control.
An impressive athlete. He fits right in with Top Flight for sure.
3 sevens might win a poker hand, but he just made a tag.
And Dante Martin coming in, elbow strikes to Omega. Omega, wild swing and a miss. Dante, atomic drop, and Omega sent to the floor.
Here he comes.
Dante,
wow.
Hope.
Oh, no.
I thought Dante was going to head and shoulder fake us, but he didn't.
Now Dante Martin
So fast.
climbing to the top. Big cross body.
Kenny in trouble.
2 and no.
Dante not giving Kenny Omega any time to recuperate. He's so quick.
That's pretty smart, Don.
I agree.
And Kenny taking it right back down and just chopping meat there.
One cannot wrestle Kenny Omega like they wrestle any other pro wrestler.
Dante just avoided the Snapdragon suplex, countered with Enziguri. Matt Jackson made the blind tag. Now Matt and Kenny stacked up in the corner. Here comes Darius Martin, the older brother of the Top Flight combination.
Here he comes.
Here Fox, the legal man, lands a shot on Omega. Standing Spanish fly by Darius Martin.
And the Elite in trouble, obviously.
And
how deep in the water are they right now?
Dante Martin to the top. He gets his balance. Boom! Shakalaka! 2 for 1 there from Dante Martin off the top. 450 splash by AR Fox. 1, 2, go!
Apparently basketballs are legal in this match.
Less than a second away from new tag team champions in the trios division.
What an upset that would be, and what a great, great night it would be for AR Fox and Top Flight.
And we were a hair's breadth away from having new AEW World Trios champions. Matt Jackson boot to the midsection on Darius Martin.
Fans here in Laredo really liking this one.
And classic offense by the Elite.
Vintage, if you will.
Very unique offensive strategy. They got it all, these guys. They're always on the same page, as I mentioned.
Oh, but Dante Martin not allowing his older brother to be overwhelmed, or perhaps
what's he gonna?
It's gonna take a perfect night by a great team to beat the Elite.
Look at this.
Is this that night?
These
I don't
guys
think
are
so.
well
Not right
coached,
now.
JR, well coached.
Wow,
Look at that.
Beautiful.
massive senton by Nick Jackson. Matt with the cover.
Oh, big save. Nick Jackson with the 777 on his back. He must be a Striper fan as he throws at AR Fox.
Fox sent to the floor. Omega tagged in, the legal man.
Man, you'd love to hear these fans having so much fun here on TNT.
It's been a great crowd tonight, for sure.
On a big night for the network, a big night for us. We're so happy you invited us into your home.
And Omega looking for the V-trigger. He's got Darius lined up. What a counter by Dante.
Kenny exposed what he wanted to do there a little bit early, perhaps.
Yeah, that was well scouted.
Zagiri sends Nick Jackson to the floor. Matt Jackson, standing sliced bread. Fox comes in, the pump kick, drops Matt, double lariat attempted.
AR Fox can do some amazing things. A real offensive juggernaut.
Man, where did this guy come from? He's amazing.
Fox, he got caught by the cutter by Matt Jackson.
Now follow up. You got to follow up here. This is still anybody's ball game.
What a great kickoff match on Rampage tonight.
These guys are delivering the goods.
Matt Jackson laying in right hands into the corner. Maybe some frustration showing on behalf of the Elite.
You can hear it in Matt Jackson's voice.
Well, you know, we get closer and closer.
Triple super kick counter.
Good night.
AR Fox taken out of the equation as Nick Jackson, the Escalera.
Beautiful move.
Wiping out Fox and Dante.
Can he just hit the V-trigger?
The V-trigger connects.
It's over if he hits it.
Darius is fighting it, but I think Kenny's got him locked in. Yes.
One winged angel. 2, 3.
You get on that roll, man. They're unstoppable.
Just like that.
The winners of this match and still AEW World Trios Champions, the Elite.
What a great match, as we knew it would be, from the Trios champions.
Isn't it unique, Chris, that when the closer we get to these major pay-per-views, Excalibur, it ratchets up the intensity. And we saw that right here, right now with these guys.
Yeah, we saw the best out of the Elite, the AEW World Trios Champions. A heartbreaking loss for AR Fox and Top Flight. But as Don said, Who is better right now in the world than Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks?
Time to celebrate. Been a pleasure, Chris.
All right, we'll see you after the show.
Goodbye, Don. You piece of...
Hey, come on, that's my good friend. Uh-oh.
Hopefully Don fell off the stage.
I think he did.
Right into the pyro, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, no.
Wow. Well, that's imposing.
Brody King, Malachi Black.
Crowd reacts accordingly.
And I hate to speculate, but I think the House of Black may have just called out the AEW World Trios Champions.
I think they might have just thrown the gauntlet down without saying a word for those Trios belts.
Chris, this Trios Championship is taking on a life of its own.
Well, you can see three of the best athletes in the world as evidence tonight. If they have to face the House of Black, this could be the toughest test that they've faced so far here in AEW.
It will be the toughest test. I don't think there's any question.
Yeah,
It will be.
Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, the House of Black, seemingly with the AEW World Trios Championship in their sights. But from the World Trios Championship, let's go to the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Guns, who are standing by with our colleague, Lexi Nair.
The Guns, you guys are marked men, and at Revolution, you will be defending those titles in a 4-way tag team title match against not only the Acclaimed, but also the winners of 2 Battle Royals. How are you guys going to contend against these teams?
Listen, Renee, this is so typical of the Acclaim. They never want to do any work. They don't have to win any Battle Royals to get in this match, and they just put themselves in. That is unreal.
Yeah, and that's if the Acclaim even make it to Revolution. And as it goes for the other 2 tag teams, we don't care. Me and Colton are at the top of this division. So, Lex, welcome to the Gun Show.
Show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for a smack. And this is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for a smack. And this is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for a smack. And this is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for a smack. And this is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Send it back to the amateurs, bring it back for a smack and we can take down. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a...
Orange, you on one of the hottest streaks in AEW history. 18 wins in a row. You defended your title in the main event on Rampage last week.
Well, guess who else won on Rampage last week? Excuse me, Mark. I got some business to handle. Sorry. You know the best thing I ever did was leave you and join the Blackpool Combat Club because now I roll with 3 of the baddest dudes on the planet. And they can teach me more than you ever could. You let Chuck treat me like a clown, and then you replaced me with a literal clown. You let Trent bully me, but now I am the bully. And I've worked so hard. I put myself through so much pain, blood, sweat, and tears for this championship, and I don't even think you care. And that offends me. So I'm gonna take that championship from you. If you've got any guts. You're right. I didn't teach you anything. I wasn't there to teach. I was there to be your best friend. But clearly we're not anymore. Clearly. So if you want this, come take it. I plan on it.
Wow, a deeply personal situation between the AEW All-Atlantic Champion Orange Cassidy and his former friend Wheeler Yuta.
Entertainers.
Here comes my boy.
This next bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Representing the Jericho Appreciation Society from Buffalo, New York, weighing 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia set to compete one-on-one here tonight, but it was an absolute beatdown 1 week ago here on Rampage. The Jericho Appreciation Society surrounding the Impractical Jokers. And Chris, you're just smiling here at the desk. You can't possibly be proud of this.
Well, you want to be funny and you want to try and steal my property. This is what happens to you. Good luck in the future endeavors, Impractical Jokers. If you can walk, that is. You don't steal people's stuff, Jim.
Well, I agree with that.
You look at Ricky Starks coming out here.
Can't condone thieves.
And it's supported from New Orleans, Louisiana, weigh 210 pounds, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Last week at Dynamite, Ricky Starks attempted to navigate the Guevara-Garcia gauntlet match, but it was an intervention by a mysterious, quote-unquote, masked man landing the Judas effect, allowing Daniel Garcia to score the win, preventing Starks from getting a match with yourself, Chris Jericho. But tonight, Daniel Garcia says he is on a mission to expose Absolute Ricky Starks as a fraud.
Sometimes I get the sense when talking with Danny Garcia that he may have anger issues.
He does. Ricky Starks is going to find this out very shortly, Jim. Look at that.
Angry right now. And two of the up-and-comers, two AEW homegrown products. You're seeing them right here.
You want to talk about somebody with some anger issues. Ricky Starks, he doesn't often show it, but he is simmering underneath. He has been driven to the brink by Daniel Garcia and the Jericho Appreciation Society and landed a solid right hand there.
Been a spectacular show here tonight. We again appreciate you being with us. A lot of great things here tonight on TNT, especially if you love the NBA, and we all do.
I think Ricky's still angry that El Ocho cost him the match last week against Danny Garcia, but now Danny's gonna finish it up and hit him off again. Get two in a row on this guy.
These guys are both very evenly matched, in my opinion. They both got unlimited upsides.
Experience level's the same, Jim. You're right, similar physiques.
Starks, a big elbow strike, and now just raining down right hands on Daniel Garcia. Garcia trying to cover up.
Now, who has anger issues now, guys? I think it Starks.
Now, Starks, he knew he was very close to getting that much-desired rematch with Chris Jericho last week at Dynamite. All it would take was a win over Daniel Garcia. But Starks now walking the tightrope.
Starks has a flair for the dramatic, doesn't he? Look at this. Oh!
Coming down, big sledgehammer shot on the shoulder of Daniel Garcia.
Quite the undertaking right there as he goes to the second rope.
I got to find out about the significance of that pose that Ricky just did. Does it on his entrance as well.
The chicks love it, JR.
Well, I'm just asking. I'm not
say that.
I'm not criticizing.
Well, I don't know it either. I think it's kind of stupid myself, but the girls go crazy for this guy. Look at that.
Starks was about to spring into the ring, but Daniel Garcia grabbed the ankle to drag and screw. Starks left with nowhere to go, and Garcia accelerates it just up.
Wow. Boy. Nasty fall from Ricky Starks.
Really nasty.
Ricky Starks spilling to the outside. Daniel Garcia in control. This match continues in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere.
Kick his ass, Danny.
Yeah.
You guys do realize that when he says don't go anywhere, it's our cue not to say anything.
Yeah, that's usually like when we...
So, but you guys got to...
Yeah, well, I'm trying to cheer my guy on here.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have a guy, you don't have a dog in the fight, Tony, so you're just going to do what
man.
Look at that.
That's a barking dog right there.
That's right. That knee's going to be feeling that for a couple weeks.
And after the dragon screw in the ropes,
it's very smart in how you attack Ricky Starks. Anything you can do to slow him down is smart wrestling in my book.
No, you're right, and that's what Danny does very well. He's very technically gifted. He's also very violent, like you mentioned, the angry streak that he has.
You can look at his eyes, Chris, and see that he's a little different booty cat.
And that's why he's doing such a great job with the Jericho Appreciation side. He just needed a little guidance from a legend like me, Tony.
Chris, the reason he's in the JAS is so you won't have to face him.
Thanks,
This is all about you. Don't you fool anybody. It's not about trying to develop young talent. It's about surrounding yourselves with guys that you don't want to face in the ring.
Chris, is that true?
That's exactly what we want you to think, Tony. You mark.
JR, this is a very interesting development in this match. Daniel Garcia going after the knee of Ricky Starks. Garcia loves to use that sharpshooter, the dragon tamer, as he calls it. And this plays right into that game plan for Garcia.
Like I said earlier, anything you can do to affect the speed of Ricky Starks, get after it. That's your path to victory. Because Ricky is so fast, he's got that big advantage over just about everybody he's in the ring with.
Seems to be working right now, JR, because Ricky can barely get up, buddy.
Yeah, no, he's done the right trick. He's worn this guy down, worn this man down.
Oh, and you see, the cover there. But Garcia on that snap suplex, he came up immediately clutching that leg. And I think that knee breaker on the steps.
On the steps, absolutely.
The patella of Starks went into the corner of the steps. It wasn't on the flat part.
You know what that's like. It's like when you play hockey, you get hit in the knee with a hockey puck. You feel that for weeks and weeks and weeks.
A very great reference here, especially on NBA All-Star Weekend 2023. Back of the head, Starks fighting back.
Show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back one smack and this is takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage.
Welcome back to Rampage Slam Dunk, where Daniel Garcia has been punishing the leg of absolute Ricky Starks, but Starks on the verge of a comeback, maybe looking for the spear. No! Starks collapses center of the ring. Can't put any weight on that leg. And let's take a look at what happened in the break, Tony.
Started on the outside, the knee on the steel steps. And then when Daniel Garcia is taking the measure of Ricky Starks' left knee, the only thing Starks can do is just kind of try to get out of the way.
JR, Ricky Starks, such a natural athlete. He generates such tremendous explosion on that spear. But even with one leg, he just decked Garcia.
Yeah, he got a lucky shot in there. Everything fell into place to deliver that clothesline.
Coming up this Wednesday at Dynamite, the Tag Team Royale, with the winners advancing to the four-way match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship at Revolution. Tony Khan has just made it official. The final three teams entering the match will be La Facción Ingobernable, Top Flight, and Marv Davis and Kyle Fletcher, Aussie Open from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Got hurt, man.
Belly-to-belly suplex, but you see it's taking its toll on Starks. He needs to end this with alacrity.
Real gut check for Pretty Ricky, I can tell you that.
He's going for that Rochambeau. I don't think the leg can support it.
That's a good call. I agree with you.
And Daniel Garcia just kicking, stomping at that kneecap, but Starks!
Oh, jeez, he almost hit his head on that rope.
Good counter.
Cover.
And that was a close near fall.
You saw that second rope bouncing as the back of Garcia's head hit that rope. That can cause some serious whiplash.
We heard the challenge thrown out earlier. Now Tony Khan has made it official. The AEW All-Atlantic Championship on the line. This coming Wednesday at Dynamite. Orange Cassidy takes on former friend Wheeler Yuta. Coming up Wednesday at Dynamite, live from Phoenix, Arizona. Nice dragon screw.
Right back up again.
And Garcia just getting stomped by Ricky Starks. Starks fighting through the pain. The hammer throw into the ropes. Reverse.
Nice.
Garcia, 1, 2,
here we go!
No!
Long 2.5. Documentable 2.5 on that one. Hell of a wrestling match here, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Put him in the Dragon Tamer. End it, Danny.
Yeah, the Dragon Tamer. As Garcia calls it, Starks trapped center of the ring. Nowhere left to go. Garcia, oh, look how Garcia weaving his hand in between, applying even more pressure on the kneecap.
That's that technical prowess that we spoke about earlier.
How much more can Ricky take, man, after what has happened here?
That's the question, Tony. That's the question.
Oh, look at Sammy Guevara.
That's a good friend there. Look at this other. The idiot action Andretti's back.
Sammy Guevara, he was pulling the ropes away from Ricky Starks, but Action Andretti sending Guevara into the steps.
Action Andretti seems a little bit very willing to get to deep water.
Well, remember, it was Action Andretti who got burned by Chris Jericho after he threw a fireball in his face, but now Andretti and Guevara going at it, tooth and nail on the ramp.
Fighting back and forth. Andretti's been a thorn in our side, as is Ricky Starks. Come on, Danny.
You got to end that problem, Chris.
Man, you're low and easy here, Chris.
Oh, a good throw! 1, 2, no. Garcia able to kick out. And Starks accelerates. He's fighting through the pain. He lands the spear.
There's that speed, guys. That speed got it done.
You got to dance with what brung you.
And Starks, he was unsteady, but he's got Garcia up. Could it be the Rochambeau? It is. The cover. And the win for Ricky Starks.
Absolute Ricky Starks.
With pain etched across his face, Ricky Starks prevails. He never quit. He kept fighting and competing and finally got his ace finisher in for the victory.
Hey, Tony Khan! Hey, Tony Khan! I know you're listening to me. I don't ask for much in this place. Chris, you need to talk to Tony. I want a match with that son of a bitch. Next week, I want a match with Action Andretti. And kid, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, Sammy Guevara
He deserves it.
demanding
teeth down his
a
throat.
match
Absolutely.
with Action Andretti. And coming up this Wednesday night at Dynamite, live from Phoenix, a very motivated Evil Uno will collide with John Moxley.
I'm gonna do a Christian.
Did you see what he did? I come up to your face, John Moxley. Eye to eye, toe to toe with you.
I can't remember the last time I saw somebody do that to John Moxley.
Next week on Dynamite, you get to meet Evil Uno, Mr. Brody Lee's #1. If you think John Moxley, you can just come clean house and walk in here as if it was nothing, as if I didn't have a little bit of a history of violence myself. This evil Uno is going to bring back respect to the name of Dark Order. And it starts with you, Jon Moxley. No matter what Hangman says, I will go toe-to-toe with you, and you will respect me.
Is Jon Moxley prepared to deal with the violence Evil Uno promises to bring? We will find out live at Dynamite this coming Wednesday.
This contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit is for the TBS Championship. Being accompanied by Layla Gray from Vero Beach, Florida. She is the TBS Champion, Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill, I mean, a truly unparalleled start to her career. 52 consecutive wins. However, her opponent, Vert Vixen, Tony, we've seen her mature before our eyes.
She's rangy. She's got a lot of confidence in her abilities, and she's going to have to use all of those if she wants to win this open challenge match.
And Chris, usually the reach for Jade Cargill, one of her biggest assets, but Vert Vixen able to neutralize that.
She's almost as tall as Jade, and like Jim Ross said, sooner or later, the law of averages says Jade is going to lose a match. Will it be tonight against Vert Vixen? We're about to find out.
It's going to be sometime, I can promise you that.
It's going to be sometime, exactly.
Vert Vixen, trained by Jazz, one of the greats of all time in pro wrestling.
She's tough as nails, too.
Hip toss out of the corner by Jade Cargill.
I wonder what it is going to take to beat Jade. It's speed, quickness, lucky.
I think all the stars are going to have to align in a combination of all three of those things, JR.
And I'd love to see how Vert Vixen landed. I think she took a knock on the head. She is very unsteady. Referee Stephon Smith checking on Vert Vixen while Jade Cargill
does push-ups in the center of the ring, just mocking her opponent.
Yeah, very disrespectful, quite frankly, but I'm sure that the champ doesn't care.
Vert Vixen set into the ropes. Jade putting those legs to good use, landing a pump kick. This could be the beginning of the end. Vert Vixen is about to get jaded.
Vert, you're in trouble.
53-0.
Wow, that quick.
The winner of this match and still TBS Champion, Jade Cargill.
Utter dominance by the TBS champion, Jade Cargill, picking up her 53rd win here tonight. And coming up after the break, it is our main event, The Natural, Dustin Rhodes and Swerve Strickland, one-on-one.
This is show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for smacking. This is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for smacking. This is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, this is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Sending back to the amateurs, bringing back for smacking. This is takedown, takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. Yeah, My bones are made of stone. Step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance, and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Send it back to the amateurs, bring it back one smack, and it's a takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go. This is the show that y'all been waiting on. Adrenaline pumping your chest. This is make or break. My bones are made of stone. So step inside the ring, I'm stomping through your soul. This is Rampage, screaming cause damage. Bump you with a vengeance, and finish you, make you vanish. Hit you boom, 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 boom. Send it back to the amateurs, bring it back for a smack, and it's a takedown. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Yeah, ready for Rampage. Let's go. This is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Yeah, this is Rampage. Let's go.
Welcome back to Rampage. Swerve Strickland, you've attacked Dustin Rhodes' family for the last 2 weeks. Can you tell me why?
Yo, there we go making the Rhodes family victims again, bro. They're not as innocent as they look. That's a grown-ass man over there. Matter of fact,
this is about respect and the lack of it that you've been showing Swerve and the Mogul affiliates. You know how important respect is for a man like me, for men like us? Men go to war over respect. Men die
for respect.
Are you willing to, Dustin? Because tonight, you just might have to. Matter of fact, on that subject, where's Trench, bro? I know you got something to do with why he's not here right now. I've been calling his phone for a whole week.
Swerve, nobody gives a damn about Trench. You have to deal with me. You've crossed the line talking about my family, and I told you I was going to drag you to hell. Here's what's going to happen, Swerve. Sometimes you have to go to a dark place so that you can see the light. Hell is coming for you, Swerve, and I'm coming with it!
Well, look like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Whose house?
The war of words back and forth is over now. Swerve Strickland, Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, will finally collide here tonight in our main event.
Being accompanied by Parker Boudreaux from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 211 pounds, Swerve Strickland.
You see Swerve flanked only by Parker Boudreaux, Trench MIA. But 1 week ago, Parker just launching a brutal assault on the Natural Dustin Rhodes.
Conspicuous by his absence is the aforementioned Trench. Where could he be? Usually Swerve has 2 bodyguards. This week, only 1.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, but will he?
Dustin Rhodes is on fire today.
And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing 230 pounds. Will they call him the Natural Dustin Rhodes?
A 34-year veteran has had over 2,700 matches in 5 different decades.
Oh, look at this. Parker Boudreaux.
Parker, he's charging up the ramp, and Dustin Rhodes, the turnbuckle to the midsection.
That's a veteran move right there.
Once again, you don't insult Dustin Rhodes' family.
Right.
You get away with it. Swerve's going to find out. I also want to say Dustin Rhodes, one of the most underrated promos in wrestling history. He gave me chills with that 3-box with Mark Henry.
You know, JR, you and I were there when he started his career, and he was a phenomenal athlete then, and he is 34 years later a phenomenal athlete. And Chris Jericho, you are right. When he started talking about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, that's when he crossed the line.
That's right.
You know, I want to draw attention to Dustin Rhodes changing up the war paint here tonight in our main event. This match, very personal to Dustin Rhodes because of how Swerve Strickland crossed that line, Tony.
Yeah, and Dustin is taking the fight right to him. He rolled in the ring, but he came up with his eyes forward and got the first blow in, and it's been all Dustin from then on.
So fans, want to thank you for joining us here tonight on Rampage Slam Dunk. Immediately following our broadcast, NBA All-Star 2023 kicks off on TNT. First it's the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, followed by the 2023 Jordan Rising Stars. Stay with NBA All-Star 2023 action all weekend long, live from Salt Lake City, right here on TNT.
I'd like to officiate that All-Star game.
You can. You're with us here in Laredo.
I'd love to see you run up and down the court.
Me?
I used to officiate, you know.
Yeah, you used to officiate basketball.
Dustin Rhodes, he's looking to flip-flop and fly, but Swerve just a cheap shot to the jaw. And Dustin staggered by that. Man, Dustin, he got rocked by that as Swerve looking to send Dustin into the ropes. The reversal.
Oh, looking for that power slam.
Wow, looking for the kick in return.
But instead, Dustin Rhodes, German suplex.
Released it.
Release German suplex. I finally got Excalibur on a move name.
And now Dustin with the waist lock. Swerve doesn't want another one of those. He's backing the natural up to the corner. And Swerve biting the hands.
That works. Whatever works.
I agree with that. Whatever works. Wow, how about that? How about that agility?
And that's the thing about Swerve Strickland, for all the mind games, for all the insults from Swerve Strickland. He can back it up, hold for hold, move for move inside the ring.
He's on a 9-match singles winning streak, is Swerve Strickland.
Oh, jeez.
Got hot.
The pump kick just rocked the natural Dustin Rhodes on the floor.
He had a big attitude adjustment just a few months ago, and I think we've seen a whole new Swerve Strickland. And I think that's a good thing.
Referee Aubrey Edwards trying her best to keep the action inside the ring, but Dustin, his head was just driven into the barricade by that drop kick.
Did you hear that? You heard his head bounce right off that steel barricade.
That was the skull of Dustin Rhodes, the natural, the 34-year veteran, being bounced off that barricade. And Swerve, there you see that confidence once again, JR.
Yeah, and Swerve is doing a bad thing. He's ignoring the referee.
Looks like there's some blood on the floor there.
Well, the natural Dustin Rhodes, he's been opened up by that barricade. And we're going to stick with the action in our main event in picture-in-picture. Don't go anywhere.
As that new barricade is really, really dangerous. It's fan-friendly, but for wrestlers, it can be a weapon, man.
And Swerve exploiting that fact, and now driving Dustin Rhodes head first into the steel ring post.
Ring post ain't going to sell a damn thing either.
JR, after what we heard all these weeks out of Swerve Strickland, disrespect to the Rhodes family, disrespect to Brian Pillman Jr. and his father. I mean, Swerve really making this match personal with Dustin Rhodes.
Sure is, and that's one way to get that, make it personal. Talk about people's family, their fathers that are deceased.
Dustin was able to move out of the way of that strike, but not out of the second one.
Yep.
Yeah, Swerve Strickland just overwhelming Dustin Rhodes.
Aubrey Edwards getting a good look there at that cut. Because as I alluded to, and I'm not recommending it, but she has the authority and the ability to stop the match.
She can stop the match at any point in time she deems it necessary.
Yeah, I don't think fans realize how important they are as far as safety for the athletes are concerned. It's a very important thing. And right now, Swerve is very, very happy that Dustin is pretty unsafe.
Laughing at the predicament that Dustin Rhodes is in.
Dustin, a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. He's had an amazing career. He's beat a lot of friends, foes, and demons in his lifetime. Gotta love his heart. But is it too little too late in this one?
Swerve's blooding his knuckles on the forehead of Dustin Rhodes right here.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes, the left side of his face was covered in the war paint, but the right side of his face covered in his own blood. Dustin Rhodes in serious trouble as Swerve now just, I mean, a very rudimentary wrestling hold. The snapmare, but he's coming in. Uppercut.
You hear that? That's impact.
And Aubrey Edwards, once again, getting eye to eye with Dustin Rhodes. Is the cover here.
Right now Swerve is just in showing up mode. He's trying to show Dustin up with that last cover.
And Chris, talk about how when Swerve went for that pinfall, he drove his forearm, his elbow into the jaw of Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, that's an old trick from Wigan back in England, a Dynamite Kid trick. You stick that elbow in the side of the guy's face. It's hard to move when you got an elbow sticking in your jaw. When you want to kick out of that move, it makes it even harder to do and more painful.
Ooh. And it just shows what a student of the game Swerve Strickland is for all of the hip-hop influences. Really, I mean, using a hold coming straight from the Wigan snake pit.
That's right, yeah. Long way from Wigan to Seattle, but Swerve found it.
He's done his homework. There's no doubt about that. And now the question is, for the referee, how long do I let this bloody match go?
It's a great call.
Dustin Rhodes trying to draw on the support of his home state of Texas, but Swerve Strickland has the natural all tied up.
What a broadcast we've had here tonight. So glad everybody's with us, wherever you may be watching.
Welcome back to AEW Rampage Slam Dunk on TNT, where Swerve Strickland is in control of a bloodied, the natural Dustin Rhodes. And Swerve, what a counter just as soon as Dustin looked to come back.
As Excalibur mentioned during the break, Dustin came out here with one half of his face painted red. Now the other half of his face is red from his blood streaming out of the cut on that forehead.
The proverbial crimson mass.
Literally, yes.
See that Swerve is enjoying every bit of it, too. Saw the smile on his face.
You better not let Dustin get up, though, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he wants him to.
Holy! Shot. That's got. Oh, Dustin!
Oh my gosh, he kicked out at less than one.
That may have been just simple desperation and adrenaline for Dustin.
Look at Swerve's eyes.
He's dusting up, baby. Look, and here he goes.
And Dustin.
You want to make fun of my family now? You want to besmirch my late father?
And he sure does look like his late father, that's for damn sure.
And look at Swerve just biting the head of Dustin Rhodes, but Dustin!
There's a power slam. A Rhodes family classic.
It's a great matchup, guys. It really is.
Dustin was looking for that power slam before it hit its mark here, as does that lariat, a second one.
In 6'6", that lariat just wraps around the head. There's the uppercut. We've seen that one before.
That uppercut coming from such a low trajectory really rocks the jaw of the opponent, but oh wait, Swerve.
Wow, what a back kick.
Yeah, he laced his foot behind. He broke the grip of Dustin Rhodes, followed up with an elbow strike. And Swerve, oh, boom, what a counter.
One roll through. 2 minutes.
Code red. 2. No.
Oh, come on. I think that was 3.
Dustin Rhodes was half a heartbeat away. You see the code red once again. And the very, very close pinfall attempt on Swerve Strickland. The natural Dustin Rhodes fighting through the pain, fighting through the blood, and landing a big right hand, but Swerve, a kick of his own. Dustin comes back with one. The pump kick by Swerve. Dustin fires back, ducks under the lariat attempt. Both men with the same idea.
The old midair collision.
And just a reminder, coming up this Wednesday live at 8, 7 Central on TBS, it's AEW Dynamite. The AEW All-Atlantic Championship title match, Orange Cassidy versus former friend Wheeler Yuta. The Guns are calling in a favor from Lee Moriarty and Big Bill to take out the Acclaimed ahead of Revolution. Tony Schiavone will speak to Christian Cage about his return to AEW and attack on Jack Perry. The Tag Team Royale with the winners advancing to the 4-way match at Revolution for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Plus, Tony Khan has a major announcement, and Saraya goes one-on-one with Sky Blue. John Moxley faces Evil Uno of the Dark Order, a match Hangman Page will be watching very closely. Plus, we'll hear from the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, live in Phoenix this Wednesday night. And then next Friday, Rampage back at a regularly scheduled time, 10, 9 Central right here on TNT. Action and Dready, Sammy Guevara. Death Valley Driver on the apron. Swerve, if he covers him here, he could have this.
Should have it.
1, 2, and oh!
Oh, that's just guts. That's the true grit to win.
And as Gorilla Monsoon always taught us, you gotta hook the legs. Swerve did not, and Dustin was able to escape out the back door.
And just a reminder, coming up Sunday, March 5th, it's AEW Revolution live on pay-per-view through traditional cable and satellite providers, select movie theaters, at Dave & Buster's nationwide, and on Bleacher Report. The main event, the 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship, MJF versus Bryan Danielson. The TNT Championship grudge match, Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. The Guns put the AEW World Tag Team Championship on the line in a four-way match, plus the Texas Death Match, Jon Moxley and Hangman Adam Page. Dustin Rhodes, Swerve Strickland in a very precarious situation. And Dustin hangs on.
They're in no man's land momentarily.
Big pile driver.
A pile driver, and Dustin, he's struggling to cover. He hooks the leg. And
oh my God, can you believe that Swerve Strickland kicked out of the pile driver?
A second rope superplex followed by a pile driver.
And kicked out.
And Swerve still is able to kick out.
That's why the frustration is etched on the face of Dustin Rhodes.
Frustration and a little bit of doubt in that face of Dustin Rhodes.
Got to be thinking, what the hell have I got to do?
Yeah, what else can I do?
Well, did you notice how when Dustin went for that cover, he was very unsteady on his feet? Could have something to do with all the blood he has lost throughout this match.
A man who's been wrestling 5 decades, 2,700 matches, like you said, JR, knows he has to go right back at it.
Dustin was looking for the crossroads, but instead, Swerve, the jackknife. No, Dustin.
Spins him over.
Yep. Dustin breaks free. Swerve sends Dustin into the ropes, and
go get it again.
Dustin's got him hooked, and boom!
Oh, jeez.
Crossroads. Swerve got spiked, and now Dustin
got on him bouncing on the canvas with Swerve's head.
Dustin thinking final reckoning. This is it. Dustin's gonna do it. 1, 2, and
come on.
Like Parker Boudreaux.
That is not right.
This is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. He won the match. He had it won.
Wow.
That's going to be a disqualification.
And a rare disqualification here in AEW.
Parker Boudreaux just saved his boss, Swerve Strickland. And Aubrey Edwards has ruled that this match is a disqualification in favor of Dustin Rhodes, but that's not where the story ends.
No, they do not give a damn about a disqualification.
Or rules or anything else.
That's right.
Rules are irrelevant.
Wait, I think Swerve and the Mogul affiliates, they want to end the career of Dustin Rhodes.
What's he got in his hand?
He's got Parker's chain.
That's right.
Now he's just gouging at the forehead of Dustin Rhodes.
Tearing that skin, ripping at the face.
And thankfully the security staff intervening. Oh my God!
That one lost his head.
Wow, it looks like Parker's going to town with the poor security here.
Rhodes a monster, man. I'm telling you. He is a walking weapon and a dangerous one.
They need more training. Go back to security school. Who's going to stop this?
I don't think there's anybody that can stop this. Dustin is at their mercy right now.
And Swerve Strickland, he just whispered something in the ear of Parker Boudreaux. Parker,
where's he going?
He's looking. Oh, Parker Boudreaux pulling that cinder block.
A cinder block.
It's the same type of thing that happened to Keith Lee.
Yes, Swerve Strickland, that very dangerous foot stomp off the top. It shattered the cinder block. And not only that, it crushed the sternum of Keith Lee, Swerve's former tag team partner.
Yeah, that was a damn shame, too, because
this is bad.
Well, we haven't seen Keith Lee since then.
I can't sit here and watch this.
No. Oh, my God, they're putting his head on it. What are they trying to do?
The respect.
Where's the help? Where's the security?
Where's the police?
It's martial law here.
Don't do it, Swerve.
Come on,
Don't do it.
Oh! Wait a minute!
He's limitless.
He's all man and a yard wide. Is this big monster?
Well, it's Keith Lee's music, but we haven't seen him since Swerve Strickland and the Mogul affiliates launched that brutal attack last December.
Look here.
Look who's behind him. Don't turn around, Swerve.
It's a new look, Keith Lee.
He still looks absolutely huge to me.
What an athlete. From north of 300 pounds easily.
And look at this. Just shots all over the place. Keith Lee.
Great hand speed, headbutts.
Hold him in midair.
Moving his feet like a light heavyweight.
Keith Lee overcoming this 2-on-1 disadvantage of Parker Boudreaux. I think he just took the bullet for Swerve Strickland.
He threw him, yeah, he did.
I guess we know what happened to Trench. I'm sure Keith Lee took him out too.
He threw himself in front of Swerve.
Look at the size of this man.
And Keith Lee remembers the cinder block.
New hair.
Return to Cinder.
Return to Cinder. Cinderella in the house.
What a return for Limitless Keith Lee tonight on Rampage. Slam dunk, and don't go anywhere because the NBA All-Star 2023 action kicks off right here on TNT. And join us next Wednesday night live 8/7 Central on TBS for AEW Dynamite. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Go Giannis.